ॐ शङ्खं चक्रं जलौकां दधदमृतघटं चारुदोर्भिश्चतुर्भिः सूक्ष्मस्वच्छातिहृद्यां शुक परिविलसन्मौलिमम्भोजनेत्रम् कालाम्भोदोज्ज्वलाङ्गं कटितटविलसच्चारुपीताम्बराढ्यम् वन्दे धन्वन्तरिं तं निखिलगदवनप्रौढदावाग्निमीलम्.
Good evening, respected chairperson and the gatherings. Myself, Dr. Chaitanya Kumari from Sri Kalabashwara Ayurvedic Medical College from Bangalore. Today I am going to present a paper on effect of Falagrudha yoni tissue in Prasvamsini yoni vapor. These are the contents. Introduction. Pregnancy and childbirth are the most fascinating and enjoyable occasions in the life of a woman. But along with this, some sort of changes occur in a woman, reproductive organs, among which vaginal laxity is commonly seen. Sutika Paricharya and postnatal exercises aim at regaining the lost integrity of vaginal muscles. Yogas like Yoni Gadikarana and Yoni Sankocha etc. include drugs like Udumbara, Vacha, Kushta, Maricha, etc. which is used to improve the laxity. Hence the concept of keeping the yoni intact even after she delivered was thus prevalent. Shrunken pelvis and obstructed labor are recognized as the most common causes which lead to downward displacement of the uterus or vagina from its normal position. Other contributing factors to this which complicate a case of prolapse are anemia, malnourishment. Pelvic organ prolapse is a benign disease. When third-degree prolapse is associated with uterine obstruction, it leads to cystitis and later it involves kidneys also. And surgery, long considered as the gold standard for treating these conditions, loses some of its effectiveness in due course of its time as well as not suit a young woman who intends to expand her family. Conservative managements like pessary cures the condition to a certain extent but has its own side effects like impaction, and the effects last only till the pessary is used. To overcome these lacunae, the present study, Effect of Falagrudha yoni tissue, was designed to find an economical, stress-free, conservative line of treatment which might be ideal for all age groups. Objectives of my study is to evaluate the effect of Falagrudha on Prasvamsini yoni vapor. Methodology used in this present study is it's a single-blind clinical study with pre-test and post-test design. The present study was carried out on 20 diagnosed patients as Prasvamsini yoni vapor or uterine prolapse with or without cystocele and rectocele attending the OPD and IPD of college. Inclusion criteria: patients within age group of 30 to 60 years and first and second degree uterine prolapse with or without mild or moderate degree of cystocele and rectocele. Exclusion criteria is systemic disorders like diabetes mellitus, tuberculosis, etc. and congenital elongation of cervix. Assessment criteria is subjective parameters: feeling of mass by vagina, bladder disturbances, aniyantrita mutrata, mutradaha, muhur mutra pravrutti and mutra pruchata, and inefficient fecal evacuation and peritisular. Objective parameters are uterine prolapse, cystocele or rectocele, relaxed introitus, tone of levator muscles using Oxford scale, and stress incontinence and unistrata. Intervention: the selected patients were randomly selected in two groups. Group 1 with Snehina, Svedana and Pichudharana with Falagrudha was done twice daily and kept for 3 hours. And in group 2, Snehina, Svedana and Pichudharana was done with Gogrudha and was done twice daily kept for 3 hours. Follow-up was done twice, after 15 days and after 1 month duration. Observations: this is the instance according to age, this is according to Mutra Vikara, according to Mala Pravritti, and according to Samhanana, according to Vyayama, this is according to parity, and according to place of delivery. This is according to excessive work in purpurium, according to Yoni Samsarana on inspection, Yoni Samsarana on cough reflex, and this is according to Kala of Pradhana Vedana. This is according to Katishula. Instance according to Yoni Srava. And the results, here I have included only the statistically significant results. Effect of feeling of mass per vagina was statistically significant in the present study. Effect on inefficient evacuation of feces is statistically significant. Effect on Katishula is statistically significant. Effect on uterine prolapse and cough reflex is statistically significant. Effect on cystocele on inspection was statistically significant. Effect on cystocele on cough reflex and effect on relaxed perineum, effect on tone of muscles was statistically significant in the present study. Overall results. The overall results showed marked improvement in 20% of patients in group 1, moderate improvement in 70% of patients in group 1, mild improvement in 10% of patients in group 1 and 50% of patients in group 2. 50% of patients in group 2 remained unchanged. Discussion. Prasamsini yoni vyapad is a condition wherein pitta dosha vriddhi is seen. Contributing to this, there is kapha kshaya. The basic nature of kapha dosha, Shlish Alingane, represents the function of maintaining the compactness and integrity of the structures. When the kapha kshaya occurs, this integrity is lost, leading to the shitilata of sandhis. Along with this, due to kapha kshaya, vata vriddhi takes place. Hence, the treatment aimed was at pacifying the pitta vata vriddhi and maintaining the kapha so that the integrity of the structures could be preserved. Ayurveda has such abundant knowledge and remedies for Prasamsini, among which Snehana, Svetana and Pichudarana was selected. Falagrita is used as a Sneha. The Falashruti says that it is indicated in Pindita, Chalita, Nishruta and Vivrita Yoni. The active principles of the drugs added to this reach the target tissue by lipophilic action. The other contributing factors for the local and systemic effect of Grita would be the rich venous plexus present in the endopelvic connective tissue and the prabhava of the drug. A preliminary phytochemical analysis of the Falagrita reveals that it has Kashaya Rasa. Kashaya Rasa has the prabhava of Grahi and Stambhana. This property can be attributed to the presence of tannins and these precipitate proteins but do not penetrate cells. Hence the effect is on the superficial layer only. They toughen the surface, making it mechanically stronger and also decrease exudation. Abhyanga having the effect of Dhatu Pushtikara, Balya, Dhadyakara and which reduces the Vata is considered as a passive exercise. Studies showed that the patients with lax perineum have reduced collagen fibers and the collagen turnover was seen to increase in a 69-year-old woman who exercised for 8 weeks. Summary and conclusion. Prasamsini yoni vyapad can be the initial stages of prolapse, which includes first and second stage of the uterine prolapse, with or without cystocele and rectocele. Falagrita possessing yoni doshahara property, having the capacity to replace the displaced organ, was found to be suitable for the study. The sample size being small, proper conclusions cannot be drawn regarding the incidence subjective and objective symptoms. Falagrita yoni pichu has marked to moderate cure in Prasamsini yoni vyapad in the present study. Significant results were seen in Malabaddhata, relaxed perineum, tone of muscles, yoni strava and cystocele. Falagrita has the base of Gokrita, which has the property of Vata Pitta Shamaka, Kapha Vardaka, Rasadhatu Vardaka, Balya, Brahmana, Shita Vidya, which does not alter even when processed with other drugs. In the present study, the efficacy of the drugs in Falagrita used as Yoni Pichu was assessed with the help of control group treated with Gokrita, Yoni Pichu. It was found that group treated with Falagrita had better results compared to the group treated with Gokrita, and the results can probably be attributed to the various drugs added to the Gokrita. One important aspect to note is that the prolapse did not deteriorate, furthermore did not have moderate results on the uterine prolapse and rectocele. This shows that Falagrita yoni pichu can be effectively used as a preventive measure for prolapse of third degree prolapse. My acknowledgements to the Dr. N. Anjanaya Murthy, Dean of PG Studies, Sri Kalaveshwara Swami Ayurvedic Medical College, and Dr. Kiran M. Dodd, Principal of Sri Kalaveshwara Swami Ayurvedic Medical College, and Dr. Sunita, HOD of the Department of Prasuti Ganga and Sri Yoga, Sri Kalaveshwara Ayurvedic Medical College. Thank you.